Northern Lightz. I'm your host, Tawnja Zahradka. On today's new show, you are going to get to experience a coffee pot the size of a water tower that blows off steam all summer long. We also have spring sports kicking off, bike rides for girls, good old-fashioned tea parties, and even a CLTV podcast that helps us all make healthier choices. And coming up in a special tribute to days gone by, Northern Lightz is going to time travel back to 1943, when the incomparable Ingrid Bergman visited the beautiful city of Lindström, Minnesota. Make a note, you're going to need your best room for this Hollywood meets Minnesota experience. So just sit back, relax, and enjoy Northern Lightz number 4. Get your room. You're going to need a room. Calling all you Wildcats fans, spring sports are about to kick off, which means baseball, softball, track and field, golf, tennis, and those first warmest afternoons where we Minnesotans are all bundled up, but we pretend like it's the middle of the summer. If you enjoy spring sports or you have a student you would love to support, now is the perfect time to check out the Wildcat Spring schedule and get signed up. More information can be found on the Chisago Lakes High School Wildcats Facebook page. Go Wildcats! Chisago Lakes TV produces a podcast for Chisago Lakes community education, and it's called Community Ed Talks. CLTV just released Season 2, Episode 2, featuring Emma Holt, Chisago Lakes' new Recreation and Aquatics Manager. Emma shares her journey from working as a paramedic at Mayo Clinic to stepping into design, fitness, and wellness programs for Minnesotans. CLTV's podcasts also showcase what's coming up in community education, ideas for expanding fitness programs, plus updates on things like summer enrichment and other community offerings. And of course, there are plenty of laughs along the way. More information can be found by searching Chisago Lakes TV on Spotify or by visiting Chisago Lakes Community Education online. The podcast is a great listen and a very nice reminder that sometimes the people behind the programs are just as fabulous as the programs themselves. Do you have any gently used horse show gear just sitting in a closet or a tack room? Well, here's a great way to help local youth riders. Dakota Ward is heading into week 2 of a youth-led 4-H pleasure tack donation drive. Their goal is to help increase access and participation in pleasure classes by making sure youth riders have the equipment and show clothing they need. Show items like hunt coats, breeches, shirts, English tack, boots, and show halters are the kinds of equipment that can make a huge difference for youth riders working toward their dream of competing in a show ring. Donations are being accepted through May 31st with a drop-off site in Stansfeld. For more information, you can message Leanne Ward on Facebook. And thank you for supporting local 4-H. Now, I could donate some stuff if they were looking for someone to dress like a rhinestone cowboy. I got a lot of rhinestones. Like a rhinestone cowboy. Do you have a precious young daughter? Or do you know a young girl who would really come to life on a Minnesota bike trail with a bunch of new girlfriends? Little Bella's is launching a brand new girls mountain bike program in Lindström, designed for girls ages 7 to 13. And they're looking for a few more girls to join the fun beginning in May. The focus of Little Bella's isn't about competition. The focus is on having fun and making new friends, and no biking experience is necessary. Little Bella's will meet at Zahradka County Park, complete with scenic bike paths, wooded areas, and a mix of Minnesota terrain that makes it a wonderful place for young girls to explore on bikes. More information can be found on the Little Bella's website, because sometimes the best confidence booster is a bike, a trail, and a few new fabulous little girlfriends. Gustav's Eatery is hosting a series of spring tea parties, and they're holding them in one of the most unique settings in Lindström, the Gustav Anderson House, the oldest building on Main Street, and it's listed on the National Register of Historic Places. Imagine a 4-course tea in a historic home filled with local charm and history. And if you're thinking, do people still do tea parties? Well, that's kind of the point. There aren't many places that host tea parties anymore, which makes your invitation to a Gustav's Eatery tea party feel even more special. Gustav's is offering reserved tea party dates, and they also host private group tea parties upstairs in the Gustav Anderson House. More information can be found on the Gustav's Eatery website. Tea parties are awesome, but a little birdie told me about Gustav's take and bake pot pies. I love pot pies, but the secret is you gotta have a little gravy on the side. Homemade pot pies with extra gravy. Gustav Eatery, Heaven. The city of Lindström's iconic coffee pot water tower kicks off its 2026 steam season on Saturday, April 25th. Your family can watch the steam show every day around 10 a.m. and again at 3 p.m. through the fall. 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. are times tied to the Swedish tradition of fika, a mid-morning and mid-afternoon coffee break, a daily opportunity to pause life, sip on a coffee, and nibble on a little sweet treat twice a day. Now here's a part of this Minnesota story that you will really love. This giant coffee pot used to be Lindström's working water tower. But in 1992, the city built a brand new 500,000-gallon water tower and planned to tear down the original one. A local business leader named Marlene Smith had a different idea. Don't demolish the original water tower, transform it into the world's largest coffee pot. And so, the city of Lindström and Marlene Smith made it happen. Today, when you see that steam rise, that's just Lindström doing what Lindström does best, turning history into new traditions. So mark your calendars for April 25th and join the Lindström businesses who are hosting special sales and events for the coffee pot kickoff. Say that 3 times fast. Coffee pot kickoff. Coffee pot kickoff. Coffee pot. So close. Well, folks, Earth Day is fast approaching, and on April 22nd from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m., the City of Lindström and the Chisago Lakes Good Neighbors Club invite you to spend an hour downtown. You and your friends and family are cordially invited to become street sweepers for the Sweeping Downtown Lindström Earth Day 2026 event. Can you guess who visited Lindström in 1943? She was a famous Swedish actress fresh off her dazzling performance in a little movie called Casablanca. You guessed it, Miss Ingrid Bergman. Miss Bergman visited Lindström to film a documentary called Swedes in America. Ingrid was filmed walking with the proud folks of Lindström in 1943 as they swept the streets to celebrate their love for America. Please enjoy this beautiful feature story produced by KSTP that explains Miss Ingrid Bergman's connection to Lindström in 1943, when Hollywood came to Lindström, 1943 style.
Hollywood is a long way from Gold Star Printworks in Lindström.
Okay, I'm going to pull through and look.
But Kai Galbranson knows a famous star once walked into his building.
Just to show you, that's what it looks like now. I'm sure people in the area didn't even know, she was here.
He even placed the star on the front window, honoring the visit of Swedish actress Ingrid Bergman in 1943.
So people know that she came, a very famous actress.
Play it, Sam. Play as time goes by.
Back then, Bergman was one of the most popular actresses in the world. The legendary film Casablanca starring Bergman had just been released.
A kiss is just a kiss.
But it was this film.
This is the first time a motion picture has been used to answer mail.
That brought the actress to Lindström.
Tell us about the Swedes in America.
During World War II, Bergman answered the call from the U.S. Office of War Information.
I was up on a search to find the answer. I brought my question to Minneapolis, a center of Swedish culture,
to do a short film promoting the importance of Swedish immigrant communities in American life.
I began to feel that my answer was taking definite shape.
She was a great choice.
I was certain of it when I visited Lindström nearby.
To be the ideal Swedish immigrant.
There's something special about Lindström.
She was such a great example of a popular Swedish person. She didn't wear a lot of makeup from what I understand.
Laura Tattinger with the Chisago County Historical Society has photos and articles of Bergman's visits.
She was just an absolutely wonderful person, very kind, very beautiful, and just a delight for everyone.
The film shows Bergman walking downtown and meeting people.
And from what I found, doing just one job was much more than enough.
She stopped by a family farm whose sons were fighting in the war and helped out. The house where Bergman stayed still stands today.
She helped do farm chores, and she took care of piglets, and she joined the family for prayers, and they did prayers in Swedish for her benefit.
During her visit, Bergman also visited Scandia and attended a service here at Elam Lutheran Church.
These hymns echo a common understanding that life can be good today and tomorrow still better.
I think it was just insane. I can't imagine, especially during the middle of the war, what that was like for people. It would be like if Brad Pitt walked into the museum right now, and I don't know if anyone would know what to do.
Kai knows why Bergman walked into his building.
This used to be a movie theater. And so it was just, right up her alley being an actress to come here.
Every Thursday, the town turns out, all of them, to broom and scrub the streets.
Even though it happened long ago,
It was a Thursday in midwinter when I arrived.
Lindström still takes pride in their brush with Hollywood's Swedish royalty.
Well, your friends here at Northern Lights thought you viewers might enjoy a peek inside the World War II documentary, Swedes in America. The film Ingrid Bergman was in Lindström, Minnesota filming in 1943. Please enjoy these few minutes from Swedes in America, and don't forget to mark your calendar for April 22nd from 5 to 6 p.m. I'm guessing we're supposed to bring our own brooms, right? I mean, we're gonna need a lot of brooms. Maybe Lindström has a broom store? We're gonna need some brooms.
This is the first time a motion picture has been used to answer mail. Since I've been here in the United States, I have received many letters from my friends in Sweden, asking one thing: tell us about the Swedes in America. Here's, for instance, one that says, I know that America is a country of many nationalities, but the 2 million Swedes there seem to get along especially well. Why is that? What's there in the life of the country that so appeals to the Swedish character? Well, frankly, I could not answer that, but my own curiosity was aroused. And being a Swede, that's fatal. So before I knew it, I was off on a search to find the answer, which took me to many different places. Though it doesn't look very different, there's something special about Lindström. 45 years ago, the townspeople decided to set aside 1 day a week to clean house. Every Thursday, the town turns out, all of them, to broom and scrub the streets. They want even the sidewalks to reflect the pride they have in their little town. It was a Thursday in midwinter when I arrived, and they were clearing away the remnants of the last snowfall. A local custom, to be sure, but clearly it told the story of community action that in one way or another was part of everything I'd seen. Here was the larger answer into which all the other truths I discovered fitted like the pieces in a puzzle.
Friends, that's going to wrap up another new episode of Northern Lights. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you to everyone who keeps sending in show ideas and community event suggestions that help make Northern Lights everybody's favorite news show. I really do love reading your emails, so please keep them coming. And thank you to my best friend Patty for letting me borrow her beautiful pearls. I think Miss Bergman would have approved. Oh, one more thing. Please enjoy as our good friend Sven, a proud Lindström local, and the familiar face of Carl Oscar days, shares with us some amazing quotes from Ingrid Bergman's visit to Minnesota in 1943. Swedish humor, Sven style. I'm your host, Tawnja Zahradka, and we'll see you next time on Northern Lights. It's funny to me that Patty thinks she's getting the pearls back. They're so pretty. Maybe I should just keep them.
Tawnja, you know you gotta give Patty's pearls back after the show.
Fine, I'll give the pearls back. But you're gonna have to catch some coppers, and I'm fast, and I'm agile. Now get away. I mean, get out of here and take these pearls home.
Hejsan, trevligt att ses igen. Welcome to the Northern Lights and my little selection of quotes from Ingrid Bergman. A Swedish first and English translation direct after each quote. Jag kommer från Sverige och vi svenskar är väldigt annorlunda än amerikaner. Av naturen är vi ett mer seriöst folk. Kanske är det landets oländighet och vårt klimat och stränga natur som gör oss till det. Vi är inte lättsinniga. Livets lättsammare sida är mindre viktig. Vi tar till och med våra nöjen på allvar. I come from Sweden and we Swedes are very different from Americans. By nature we are more serious-minded people. Perhaps it's the ruggedness of the country and the rigors of our climate that makes us so. We are not frivolous. The lighter side of life is less important. We even take our pleasure gravely. Jag känner att folk ibland blir besvikna när de träffar mig. För att de väntar sig Ilsa från Casablanca och istället får de Ingrid från Stockholm. I feel sometimes people are disappointed when they meet me because they are expecting to meet Ilsa from Casablanca and instead they get Ingrid from Stockholm. Var dig själv, världen dyrkar original. Be yourself, the world worships original. Det finns fördelar dock med att vara en stjärna. Man kan alltid få ett bord på en fullsatt restaurang. There are advantages to being a star though. You can always get a table in a full restaurant. And finally, lycka är god hälsa och ett dåligt minne. Happiness is good health and a bad memory. See you later. Hej då!